Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Vita.com, and today we're going to take a look at N.O.V.A for PlayStation Minis. N.O.V.A is a first-person shooter developed by N.O.V.A and published for the Minis platform in mid-2010. Now, if you don't know who N.O.V.A are, they're a French studio somewhat related to Ubisoft, who make kind of knockoffs of a lot of popular video games for mobile platforms such as iOS, Android, and even dedicated handhelds like PSP and DS. Now, as N.O.V.A was a first-person shooter developed for minis, it had to be developed within the confines of what is a PSP game, meaning that the controls were mapped to a single analog stick and the face buttons. Now with Vita, we have two analog sticks, so we're going to see how it looks like when you can actually map two. Okay, we're going to skip through the opening cinematics. Well, actually, I think it's just about over. I've played a bit of the game already. I actually have owned it since it was originally released on the Minis platform. Now, of course, if you don't know the PSP emulator options for Vita, you just hold it down onto the touchscreen, and they'll pop up. Because N.O.V.A is a 3D game, I suggest using bilinear filtering. And because N.O.V.A is a first-person shooter that has the camera controls mapped to the face buttons, I suggest mapping them to the right analog stick. Now we're going to pick up right from where I left off. I believe I was on the third stage. Now, one of my major gripes with this game are the loading screens. There are so many of them, and they're very long. Like, this is a game running off the memory card, and it's taking very, very long. And as you'll see, they're quite often. There's many of these loading screens, and the game's visuals do not really warrant this. Now, N.O.V.A isn't known for porting their stuff very well. Alright. I've actually gone into the options furthermore and changed the sensitivity to 100 because originally the sensitivity was designed for the face buttons, so they're a bit slower and sweeping. But now that you've got the right analog controls,
hey kid,
you can do it a
give me
bit
a hand,
faster.
I shoot from here, there won't be a helipad left to land on. Wipe out those dinos and their crystals.
I can't tell if this is picking up on camera, but this game has really poor visuals, and on Vita they're not looking any better. I put the game on easy difficulty because I really did not want to play it very long. I'm not impressed with this title at all. The textures on everything are worse than what you'd expect from a mid-range PSP title. The sound design is very, very poor. There are times in the cutscenes where there's no music playing and there's only very hollow voice acting. Or there's portions where there's supposed to be a big set piece going on, but the audio is completely absent, so you're looking at a mute set piece that just does not work at all. I do have to say though, mapping the analog controls to the right stick does work really well. It doesn't work as well as something like Resistance, obviously, because that was designed for Vita, though the quality of Resistance might just be up to this game's. At this point, I have no clue what I'm supposed to do. Oh, destroy the crystals. Wow. Alright, that was very, very simple.
Let me clear your path.
You see right there, no sound at all. That was supposed to be a nice set piece, but it completely falls flat because there's absolutely no sound. Now, it's been a while since I played this game, but I believe an on-rails section is about to show up. Once we hit that point, I think I'll just cut the broadcast there. Another one of these amazing loading screens. Look at that. And this is a game that's running off a memory card, and I have a 32 gig memory card. So this isn't like I went for some cheapo version. I went full force here. And it was slow on PSP as well. Like, I had a PSP Go, and it was this slow too. The game is really poorly optimized. And, to be frank, isn't worth a purchase. But, since I know some of you guys may have already bought the game, you might, or just, you know, aren't really all that caring about the technical things, you might like it. Whatever. No, I do not want to hack that. I do have to ask, what kind of, computer system uses, like, random puzzles for hacking? I'm not very good at first-person shooters, but that's why I put it on easy. Now, here's a fun little tidbit about this. The main character in this game's voice actor, I believe he's played by the original host of the N.O.V.A podcast on YouTube. Why exactly I know that, I'm not quite sure. I also believe this port was done by the Chinese studio of N.O.V.A. I'm not going to draw any criticisms from them being located in China, but, you know, I do find the whole shameless knockoff thing being done in China kind of funny. I believe this is the on-rails section. Oh, that's actually the end of the level. As you can see, I suck. I have like, what is that, a 38% accuracy? Ah, whatever. Again with the loading screens. I think there was maybe about 2 or 3 of those in 12 minutes of gameplay. That's a bit much, in my opinion. They're long loads as well. Ugh. If this is the on-rails section, then yeah, we're gonna call the video quits.
Please proceed to the bunker right away, Captain.
Okay, let's not use. Alright, I'm gonna call it a quits here. This is N.O.V.A for PlayStation Minis on PlayStation Vita. I don't recommend you buy it, but it does work well on Vita. And this has been Jonathan from NearVita.com signing off.